Hey you. What up, what up, what up? Another day. I'm live from the park, sitting against the sun again. This is like the best place that I could sit at this park to be able to keep all eyes on my daughter. And oh my gosh, man. This lady's pissing me off with this shit. Turn that shit off. Nobody wants to hear it. Turn that shit down, man. Thank you. Today, I was looking through my notebook and I have I think that tomorrow I can start reading my journal entries. I'm like, damn, why did I start today? And it said day 9, day 8. And even on here, I'm documenting the days that I was actually at Westboro and counting the days. I think this is officially day 5. Let me see. But in my journal, I was writing everything from July 26th. So I was putting all the days together because I was at 2 different hospitals. So before I get started on today, reflecting on what happened today on this day a year ago. Today has been a very interesting day. So it's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Give all glory and thanks to God, the Most High. This morning started with my daughter's father. Starting with his BS, sending me crazy text messages and looking for engagement to provoke me. Because I have been spending the last year really educating myself about the type of person I've just spent a long time with, I'm able to identify when he's trying to provoke me and to get a response and to keep me in his mental fucking prison, So I was doing really good with just giving one word responses, which is something I've been working on. My love, stay this way. Come back. And I kid you not, he had said something and I started doing freaking going ham in my response. And I kid you not, right in the middle of my response, my phone took over and started deleting. I couldn't even stop it from deleting. Hold on. This is my baby. I couldn't even stop it from deleting. I was like, oh snap, this is God. This is God deleting my long response message because he's trying to get me caught up. And I started laughing. And then as that was happening, he was still writing because you could see the bubbles, the dots. And so I was just laughing. And then I let him respond as much as he was going to respond. And then I just responded back with one word. But I was like, look at God. Look at God always watching over me and looking out for me and working on my mouth, working on my words, working on my responses, and working on being in control and retaining my power. Okay, baby, stay this way where mama can see you. So I thought that was funny. Because the devil is always working and the devil is a lie. So hey guys, let me tap in with you, y'all. Look at the sun. Okay, I hate that I cannot see, yo. The sun is going against me. Hello, Guru Tube. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining. Sanyu, you are looking so cute. Thank you. I was able to moisturize my hair. I washed it. I did deep condition, hot oil treatment. I didn't style it, but I feel good about my hair. It feels light, feels moisturized. So thank you. I didn't get really too dressed today. I am not dressed up or nothing, so I don't really feel so cute, but thanks. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm glad that it's Sunday. I'm proud of myself and I have a lot of things to be happy for. I'm very blessed. So how are you? She's cute as hell. Oh, thank you. I love you. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you. Love and respect. Likewise. Where's my baby? It's so hard to try to... Okay, you down here playing? Here we go. Back with you. You know what? I said yesterday when I ended my life that I was not going to entertain yo negative ass and negative people like you. So I'm not even gonna respond to you. How did I get out the box? I'm gonna respond. Fuck you, because I'm a magician, motherfucker. That's how I got out the box. Fuck you. Not responding to inappropriate sexual comments. Y'all love me. Demons, the negative people, negative energy. Got nothing better to do with your day. Why you hop on my live, yo? Because you love me. You love me and you wish you could siphon my energy with y'all negative asses. Yeah, it's me again, bitch. You like me, you love me, and you came back again. How you even know I was live? You must be subscribed to my channel. You're a joke. I could definitely handle criticism if it's constructive. Your criticism is not constructive at all. It's just negative word vomit. So fuck up out of here. Anyways, hi Swaggy. I'm kind of sad because my cat just died. Oh, I'm sorry, Corbin. I'm sorry to hear about your cat. I have a cat story. I don't want to share that though because you're grieving, so sorry. Daxton, hey beautiful. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hi Jay Cruz, thank you for joining. I'm at the park with my daughter, so I can't give you guys my full attention, but hey Thinker Tree. Hi Jay Cruz, I said hi. When are you going home? I just left the house like an hour ago. I gotta get outside and soak up this vitamin D. I like being outside when the sun is out and when the weather is warm. Here in Massachusetts, it's only like nice 3 months out the year. So when it's nice outside, I spend majority of my day outside as much as I can. Oh, all right. Spinning. I can't even say your name. I'm sorry that you feel that way about yourself. You about to work out? Nah, I need to. I need to. I just got some steps in. The most exercise I'm doing is like getting my 10,000 steps. I'm not really doing like no, muscle building or nothing like that. But I have gotten my steps in almost. I'm almost there. But when we leave the park and walk back and I got to get to the store, I'll finish my steps. What's my name? My name's India, like the country. But my YouTube name is Mrs. Turn Your Life Into a Lifestyle, because I teach people how to turn their life into a lifestyle and participate in their own rescue to save themselves and live the life that they were born to live. Please show me your place now. They're mourning. Sometimes, yeah, I think I'll be writing too fast. Slow it down because your sentence structure is a little off. But I'm not at my place. I'm outside. I'm at the park. I'm at a public park. Sorry for my name. Yeah, you need to change that. Thank you for subscribing, Jay Cruz. First of all, I'm not a fan of the N-word. That ex of mine had me going ham, yo, had me crash out on social media and start back using that word after I removed it from my vocabulary for 10 years. So sometimes I'll be like ninja, that ninja. But the N-word is very derogatory, and I don't think that Black people should use it, number one, and I don't think that men should refer to themselves as that word. Now, if you do, that's on you. I rebuke that energy. I worked on that man for 10, 11 years and told him to stop referring to himself as the N-word and stop using that word well before we had a kid together. And my words just fell on deaf ears. Anyways, thank you. I've been getting my steps on a lot. In July, I lost like almost 10 pounds just from walking. Hello, beautiful lady. I'm from San Diego, California, at work now. Oh, Southwest Airlines. That was a sign I need to get on the plane. I wish I was in California. Enjoy. At least you're in the cool AC. You're not burning up. So thank you for joining, Ricardo. And thank you for the compliment. Yes, it definitely does, Jay Cruz. I'm ski master slump, God's brother. I don't know what that means, but okay. Can I use it in a funny way? No. Hi, Rashka. I think that's how you say your name. You know what? When you don't respond to negativity, you just fall off. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Hi, Rashka. Hi, Jen Wealth. I like your name. You live on the beach? I'm jealous. I'm jelly. I need to get to the beach. I've been to the beach one time this summer so far with my daughter. We are going again this month. Rashka, you're from India. Yo, India's been tapping in on my lives lately. And my name is India. I need to get to India. So shouts out to India. Oh, thank you, Anytime Television. Oh, I like your name. What's my channel about? Robert. Well, my channel is about thought-provoking content and teaching people how to turn their life into a lifestyle by participating in their own rescue to save themselves from who somebody else tried to mold them into be, you know, whether that be your parents, society, the school system. There's a lot of things that program us to be outside of ourselves and not who we were born to be. So that is the staple of my page: thought-provoking content about business, personal development, and gentle parenting. And but right now I have been sharing, I have been sharing every day. I'm tuning in to share a traumatic experience that I went through thanks to my ex, the father of my daughter. And it's still very relevant. I'm still very traumatized from it. So every tuning in of sharing what happened to me every day during this time last year is very relevant, and it's my own therapy session. So if you want to tune in and listen, I'm glad that you're here. If not, that's okay. Come back in a few months when I'm back on my teaching, when I'm back on my elevating, I'm back on my thought provoking. But right now I'm on my doing my own therapy session because I went through something at the hands of somebody I loved that with my whole heart. And they tried to, what are you trying to show me, baby? They betrayed me and backstabbed me and created a narrative about me and tried to steal my brain and turn me into a vegetable and put me on medication, locked me up and left me there and did a lot of stuff. And then I was told not to talk about it. And then I even had therapy and they told me not to talk about it and to just move on. And like, oh, he did this because he loves you. All types of shit. So that's what my channel is about right now. But if you tune back in at a later date and time, I'll be back on my, hold on. I'll be back on my teaching. Disgusting. All right, you in? Pull it down. All right. So yeah, hope that answered your question. How am I doing, Bobby? I'm doing well. How are you doing? And you're welcome, Rashka. You want to push, boom? Anybody else that's saying stupid stuff, not replying to you? Katie retracted your message. Damn, well, you just get off my live, bro. Gorgeous smile. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh! I almost dropped my phone. Sit down, boom. Bill Cosby just died. Is that for real? I didn't know that. I be tapped out of the world. You can swing or you can get down. That's dangerous, my love. You dropped your stick? I didn't know that. Are you being for real? I be tapped out of the world, yo. I be so tuned into myself because I got my own stuff going on. Damn, where's the sun when you need it? You want to get back in? Okay. If you get back in, you have to sit nicely, okay? Surprise! Surprise! Ooh, I'm getting heavy, my love. All right. Sit. Surprise! All right. If that's true, I'm sad about that. Hi, where are you from? I'm from Massachusetts. Hi, Queen Savage. Hi, welcome, welcome. Hey, beautiful looking lady, gorgeous, so pretty. Thank you for the compliment. I am good. I'm at the park. I'm enjoying my time with my daughter like I always do every day. And I keep trying to get the sun to bless me, but it's just not doing its thing today. Well, I'm not in this space, so I gotta stay right here. Anywho, today, what happened today? Not too much. So I was backtracking and looking in my journal, and I was looking at last year's calendar. So this day last year was a Saturday. So I was still waiting to meet with my damn doctor. Like, I never had met with a doctor, okay? And it was the weekend. The doctors are not there in the weekend. And then I was there all week. Just the doctor that I was supposed to have wasn't there. I don't even remember what was going on. But every day I was asking to see the doctor, talk to my doctor. And like, you have to wait until Monday. And the doctors will be in. So I was just there again. I refused to eat. I refused to drink again. And I believe that I ended up talking to his aunt again this day because, like I had told you guys, she was going to do me a favor and go to my nephew's job to give my nephew the number of where I was at so that he could give it to his father, my brother, so that my family at least knew where I was, because I had been in here now for 5 days at this place and a total of like 8 days since this started happening on July 26th of last year. I'm from Massachusetts. My name is India. All right. So yeah, I believe I ended up talking to his aunt. I believe she ended up calling me. I officially had a phone call, and I was starting to feel like a little human again. Like, okay, at least I can talk on the phone, because I don't have my cell phone. I can't even talk to the world and be on social media or nothing. And when I ended up talking to her, she told me that she went to my nephew's job and that he was there, he was on lunch break or something, but she gave him the number. And she was like, oh, I put in a nice little card, and so you should be hearing from your brother soon. And, you know, I thanked her, like, oh, thank you for doing me that favor, because, like, they don't know where I am. And I'm just, like, having such a hard time. And I'm like, and your nephew still hasn't called me. I've been in here for several days, and he hasn't called me still. Like, can you believe it? She was like, oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. Blah, blah, blah. And then I remember when I talked to the social worker yesterday, which would have been Friday, she was asking me to have people advocate for me. Like, is there somebody that could advocate, that could back up what I was saying against what he was telling them? So I asked her, because I had no one else to talk to, and I had no family that I was able to reach out to, or that was able to call me at that point in time. So I remember asking her, I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be meeting with my doctor on Monday, and I need someone to advocate for me against what your nephew is saying about me. Like, could you advocate and speak to the doctor, you know, in my good graces? On the phone, she told me, yeah, sure, that she didn't mind doing that. And then also, no, maybe that was at a later date that I had asked her if when I get out, could I come stay at her house with me and my daughter? Because they were saying, like, oh, you know, because I was making a big deal about getting out. Like, you told me I'd get out in 3 days, and now it's been past 3 days. And they're like, well, since you were saying that your husband poisoned you, you're not able to go back to the house because you're making these crazy allegations. That's what they're trying to tell me. I'm like, it's not no fucking allegation. I was trying to have the nurse examine me and look at my hands, and they were smelling like iodine. He's the person who gave me a drink and a food. That's the last thing that I ate. Since I've been here, I haven't eaten or drank nothing. You guys are not checking into nothing that I'm saying, man. So it's not no allegation. It's the truth. And nobody checked into it. Like, you're not checking into nothing that I was saying. So I do remember asking her that, like, could you speak on my behalf? And then also, whatever they let me out of here, can me and my daughter come stay at your house temporarily? Because this is not a good space to go back to that house. I don't even know what I'm going back to, because I haven't talked to this man. Like, he locked me up and put me here. And it's been how many days now? I'm on like day 8. And he has a call. I haven't talked to him. When I did talk to him, when I got here to this facility, I called and he laughed hysterically in my ear. And I hung up the phone on him. Yeah, I haven't talked to him since. So she told me on the phone, very sweet, very... Oh, there's people arguing. Very assuring that she had no problem talking to the doctor on my behalf, and she had no problem with us coming to her house. That's what she told me on the phone. I will update you about what she told the doctor after I talked to the doctor in a couple of days. But so yeah, I was just in my room. I refused food and stuff again. I think that I did come out my room a couple of times today when I was there, and then some of the other people that were there were like talking to me, engaging with me, like asking me just basic questions like, oh, how long have you had your hair locked? Like trying to get me to open up and be friendly with people. And I just was like trying it. There was one lady, and that was the lady, Erica. She was the one that she was just like, Dad, because this is day 5. On day 6, Erica was gonna leave, and she gave me her clothes. So that's how I ended up getting clothes for myself, because now I've been here for several days in a Johnny, no underwear, no clothes, nothing to change into. Nobody gave me no clothes. Nobody thought it was suspicious that I'm the only one here with my ass out and no underwear and no clothes, no phone, no nothing. And so she was like, I noticed that you're the only one here without any clothes. And she was like, my husband's coming to pick me up tomorrow. Do you want me to give you some clothes? And I was like, sure, so I could at least feel like a human. And I remember she gave me a couple of her sports bras. It was so cold on that unit. She gave me a couple of sweatshirts. She gave me 2 pairs of sweatpants. And I think that was pretty much it. Because the only thing that hospital gave me was a toothbrush and then the stupid socks with the things on the bottom. That's all that they gave me. So, yeah, man. I was just probably like in and out my room and talking to Erica and a couple of the other people. I was starting to like try to fit in, but I didn't fit in there. Every day I got up and I said, I don't fucking belong here, yo. I don't belong here. And I used to work in these facilities. Like, I don't belong here. This is like some crazy thing, and I cannot wait to talk to the doctor, because that's what they tried to tell me. Like, well, now the reason that you're here, it kept changing every day. The reason that you're here is because you still haven't met with the doctor, and that the social worker still is trying to see if she can give me an official diagnosis, because charting stuff, it's all over the place on paper. So I was just like, and I was like, I really want to talk to my family. Like, nobody knows I'm here. So a lot of this is very repetitious, and I do apologize for that, but this is a real life story. And tomorrow equals day 6, I think. I gotta look back in my notebook. But yeah, I still didn't talk to nobody. I just talked to his aunt, and she told me a lot of good things on the phone, and then those things changed when she ended up talking to the doctor. And I had to remind him and her, like, you guys are so stupid. The doctors have to come back and tell me what you're saying verbatim. You're not gonna sit here and tell me one thing on the phone and think you're gonna tell them another thing on the phone, and that I'm never gonna find out. And on top of that, they're documenting this stuff. So I mean, we're a whole year later, and I got back some of my medical records, at least from this place I was staying at in Westboro. And when I tell you the stuff I read that the aunt was saying to the doctor, I was like, these people are crazy. I tried to tell him, like, you don't think that your words will not get back to me, because they always do. Let me check in with you guys. Yes, I am Indian, actually. My father was part of the Chickasaw tribe, but my name is India, like the country. What is this live about? Every day I'm going live to share my real life experience of being locked up by my ex, who basically created a narrative about me that I was crazy, wanted me diagnosed with bipolar, and like had me locked up in a psych ward and tried to take my kid away from me. for no good reason whatsoever, because all I did was love this man and birth businesses and babies for him. So fuck him. That's what it's about every day. If you ever tune in for the next several days. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Charles. What's going on up in here? Just explained. Dark skin girls be cool as hell like that, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Linda. Bless you, baby. See what I'm saying? A lot of negativity on my thing today. I rebuke you. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Get the fuck off my page, yo. Thank you for subscribing, Vaz Official. Hey, how are you? Yo, y'all got to get some good names going on here. Big, I'm okay. How are you? Oh my goodness. Hi, Muhammad. Something normal. How are you doing today? Hi, Wendy. You are new. Thanks for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Angel Hernandez says, why don't you just run away? I did. I ran away January 26th of this year in the middle of the night. As a matter of fact, I was going to say that I escaped, but I had to escape from his mother's house on July 20, not July, sorry. You want to get down, boo? On January 26th of this year, because all of this stuff that I'm reflecting upon all happened this day last year, this time last year. I'm not feeling well. Want to get down? All right, nice swinging, boo. You're sick. I did run away. I actually left that house by police escort. I called the police because I was calling my family. I was calling friends that I thought that I had, business associates. Nobody would come through. Nobody would come through for me. I went through like a strange thing of like, Dad, this is the weirdest experience of my life, yo. And I was at a later point in time, I can tell you the ins and out of it, but he had been creating a narrative about me. I didn't know. I thought we were planting business seeds together. I thought that, we were on the same page, and behind my back, he was already creating this narrative that I was crazy, that I was having a breakdown. All this time I was isolated in the house, just raising our daughter and starting new businesses and coming up with all these other different ways that we can make money within the businesses. Like, I was so tapped into him and like what lies and theories he fed me that I didn't know any of this. So when I was going through all of this last year, I'm trying to get in the sun. When I was going through this last year, I was like, this is weird. Like, how does he have like all these people under his spell? Or like, why do all these people think that I'm crazy? And it's just like, I was like, what the hell is going on? So it took from this time last year to this time now, for all this reflection and going through I went through mad shit, yo. This is just the icing on the cake, the iceberg. It gets drastically worse. I thought it was supposed to get better. That's what Dr. W told me while I was locked up. She goes, this is really, your husband really cares about you, and this is gonna help your relationship. And I laughed like, lady, when I get out of here, I'm leaving that man. He's crazy. He locks me up and put me here. I've been here for several days, well over a week now, and he hasn't called. And I told you that this nigga's not my husband. See what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for using the N-word. But that's what I was saying in there. That's when I started last year, started using that word again. And I'm rebuking it from my vocabulary. But I left January 26th of this year via police escort. I went to his mother's house thinking that was a safe space, a safe haven, and to talk to her like, yo, get your son. Because at that point, I'm getting choked out. He's putting his hands on me. And now I'm a domestic violence. And I'm not letting it get. I already been the second time. And I don't believe in coincidences. The first time is an anomaly. I'm messing up the word. The first time's an anomaly. And the second time is a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. And the third time makes it a pattern. I'm not letting it get to the third time. And like, they were very just like making excuses for him and stuff. And then his mom started putting her hands on me. And I was like, I called the police on her several times. and I didn't have nowhere to go, and I was trying to like get into shelters, all types of stuff. So 2025 has been like such a crazy year for me. And I'm like, oh, I know that I'm just bound to be super successful, because the heights that this man and his family just went to like silence me and restrict and isolate me and create a narrative about me tells me all I need to know. So I did run away, and now they don't know where me or my daughter is. And now they're telling people that telling people sob stories. She came up to my daughter's school with a sob story like, oh, I haven't seen my granddaughter. Mind you, I just spent 4 years. I had to quit school because of them. I was just pursuing my bachelor's degree, and I had to quit school because when I asked her to watch her so I could go to school, not go to the club and shake my ass or anything else, like I'm trying to get my next degree, she would always tell me, I'm not watching her, as if she's just like a random kid. Like, I'm retired. So now you're all sad and creating a narrative. The same thing with the dad. Didn't pay his kid no mind while we just lived there. I begged and pleaded for him to help me. I have a special needs daughter, and she has a lot of things that she needs, and it's a lot more attention and a lot more time than an average kid. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He told me, I'm the mom, that's your job, you do it. No, what the fuck is the dad's job, the father's job? I don't know. But anyway, so that's how my day started, with him texting me this morning with a bunch of bullshit, talking about how I need to update him and keep him in the loop, because he doesn't. My love, hey, come back. Because the tables are turning. He said, I don't know where my daughter is, and you just took her away from me, and I don't know what's going on. And all I responded and said is, sounds real familiar, bro. That's how I felt last year when you took my kid away from me and locked me up and left me there, didn't call me, didn't do nothing. And then the few times that I talked to him on the phone, when I was locked up, he wouldn't give me no updates on our daughter. I said, what's going on with my daughter? Like, I can't even talk to her on the phone. I can't even do nothing. He would just chastise and patronize me. He would be like, you better hurry up and get home. She's getting sicker and sicker by the day. What type of response is that? And so I would tell the doctors that, like, this husband, who's not my husband, that you're saying is caring about me and did this for my benefit, is telling me that I need to hurry up and get home because our daughter's getting sick. What could that possibly mean? But when I'm in here saying that I was poisoned and that I'm pretty sure he's doing it to our own child, I'm the crazy person. But I was right about everything I said up in that hospital. Everything I said. Came home and it was all going on, and it got drastically worse until I said, I got to get the fuck out of here. So that's what I ended up doing. So that's a long-winded response of how I ran away. I gave you a shout out, Vaz Official. I said, thanks for joining. I said, I like your name. That's some bullshit, J-Rock. Tell me about it. Hi, Noah, please. How are you? You're very welcome. He shouldn't have done that to you. Tell me about it. I don't know why he did that to me. I really don't have an answer. Like, when I was crashing about it on Facebook and Instagram, let's see if I can put my phone down because my daughter's chilling right now. I came up with 101 conclusions. He just watched me. It was almost like a psycho serial path killer that was just like watching me crash out and enjoying every moment of it. He never gave me no response, never said anything. I was really hurt too, because I was like, wow, like, I've spent 11 years with this person. I've dedicated so much time, energy, effort, money, love, sacrifice. Like, and then I had to do a lot of reflection. Like, this whole relationship, I've done nothing but loss. I've lost so much stuff. Like, I have half of a reproductive system because of him. Mad stuff. I have one kid to show for it, but I've lost a few. And this person never pulled me to the side. This person never embraced me, never said, like, what's going on with you? Like, why are you acting like this? Why are you accusing me of this? Nothing. Said nothing. It was the weirdest experience of my life, yo. And why he did it, I don't know. I have no clue. I think that maybe he didn't want to be with me anymore. I have no clue. And he didn't, but he did. And he wanted to keep me in the house. And he didn't want nobody else to have me. I don't know. I came up with 101 conclusions. So it's just like whatever I think in my head. And I don't even think anything about it anymore because I'm recovering from this. I've been so traumatized, and I'm starting my life over from scratch, from experience, and like with nothing. But I've been away from him for 8 months now. We're on the eighth month. And anytime I have to have an encounter with him, a few minutes, I am flustered and frustrated. And I'm like, wow, no matter what I'm going through to like restart my life over, I'm so glad to be out of that house. At least I'm finally getting some sleep. I wasn't getting sleep. I was afraid to sleep. He was doing shit to me and my fucking kid, yo. I couldn't get no sleep in that house. My daughter was afraid. And honestly, if it wasn't for my daughter, I probably would still be there. Still like trying to work it out. Still trying to beg and plead and submit more and more and more. And trying like, it's like trying to deal with somebody that is a glutton for everything. Like you could never fulfill their needs. And I was just like, no matter what I did and how much I did, it was just like never enough. And I just got cussed out and told to do more and more and more. And I was doing more and more and more until this situation happened to me. And then I was like, oh shit, how did I get here? Keep me in a constant state of confusion, yo. So he shouldn't have did that to me. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And I feel sorry for whoever the next victim is, because I'm the third mom with a third kid, yo. And I don't know the other mom stories. Well, I talked to one of them and I was building a rapport with her, so I do know her story. But that's just who he is, yo. And I got the worst of it. And I hope that somebody else, whoever the next person is, that they're fucking smart, yo. Smart enough to get out, because I almost didn't make it out. Hi, Tricky One. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Noah plays Burnt Toast God is here. What does that mean? Don't worry about the hate. They're just jealous. Tell me about it. I said I think I was doing pretty good with ignoring. Like, look, I started responding to what's his face and he finally got off. See what I'm saying? So yesterday I kept responding to his comments, him and the other person, and they were just going ham. And so today I'm doing a lot better. I already had practice with the first demon of the day this morning when he texted me. She shouldn't have to run. Right? I shouldn't have to run away. I shouldn't have to start my whole life over. I left everything behind, yo. I left that house. I left those cars. I left that trailer. Everything was in my name. Like, this is me, like, telling him, like, because he didn't have nothing. It's almost like role reversal. He had nothing and I had everything. And then I put everything in my name. I never used that over his head. I never threatened to take it away from him. And I said, it's ours. We're building an empire together. And I'll, like, that trailer is now being used as a storage unit for me and my daughter's belongings. Was he didn't want me to come back to the house. When I went to his mom's house, he put all of our stuff in the trailer. That's weird, very weird behavior. So it's like a trailer that I spent almost $7,000 on from my sweat equity of sitting there filling out grants to get him his dream. Like, that wasn't my dream to have a trailer, a food trailer, a fleet of food trailers. That was his dream. Like, I manifested everything that he said he wanted, and then all he did was complain when it came to fruition. Everything. So I just left everything. Like, fuck it, bro. Like, you can have all this stuff. He said he's gonna sell all the stuff and keep all the money for himself. Selfish. Let him have it, yo. Because God's gonna fund my lifestyle and God's going to bless me big time. And a lot of people, especially people that believed his bullshit, especially my family, they're just gonna all feel so stupid, yo. So stupid. So I'm gonna rejoice in that. Just right now, I'm just like enjoying my peace and enjoying to be able to get some sleep at night and not feel afraid for my life and not feel like, I always keep my head on a swivel because I'm from the hood. You always gotta keep your head on a swivel. But yeah. Hi, Noah. Angel says, I'm sorry for that. You should sue his ass for that type of stuff and get a restraining order. I did. I had to get a restraining order to leave his mother's house because his mother was putting her hands on me. And I was like, yo, if I didn't cuss you out when I was locked up on that phone, I will fucking knock your head off in your own fucking living room. But you got it. And I called the cops on her several times. And then I was telling her, like, oh, I'm about to get accepted into a shelter because they were threatening me to go to a shelter. And I was like, I'm not going to nobody's fucking shelter. But things were getting scary at his mom's house. His mom and his dad, they were being very mean to me and my daughter. And they would call him over there to threaten me and like force me to take medication and all types of stuff. And then I was like, Dag, I have nobody to call. And things are getting scary. And like now I escaped one house and now I'm in another burning house. Like I got to get out of here. And my friend that happened to just reach out to me at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning one day. I was like, yo, she never reaches out to me this late. I'm just gonna tell her what's going on. She is the one that helped me escape out of his mom's house and came and rescued me and my daughter in the middle of the night from his mom's house. But the only reason I was able to do that is because I got a restraining order in March of this year, so that he couldn't come to his mom's house. Because his mom, I kept trying to talk to her like a sane person. Like, why do you keep calling your son over here? I'm afraid of him. He's harming me. And they were all working in cahoots together. I didn't know until I went to his mom's house how deep how deep the hole went. I really didn't know. And I was like, damn, how can I get so I went and I spent a whole entire day and got a restraining order so he couldn't come to his mom's house. And he was pissed about that. And I was hurt. Like, this shit is all on Facebook and Instagram if you want to go look at it on stories. And I cried in real life, in real time. Like, yo, I'm really hurt. I had to go do something today that I didn't want to do. And mind you, his mother, let me put that out there. His mom, when I called the cops on her, and then I begged the cops, like, please take me to the shelter. Now, mind you, this was just the winter time of this year. I was like, please take me and my daughter to a shelter. Like, we're not safe here. I was just at my house, and they were telling me to get a restraining order to kick him out the house. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't want this house. I don't want the cars. I want nothing. I just want to get away from him. And now I come over here, and I'm going through the same thing with his mom and his dad because they don't like me. And they don't like my daughter either, and they're mean to my daughter. And I'm not going to let them put hands on my daughter. Me is one thing, but my kid is a whole nother thing. I'm be a mama bear mode. And so she had tried to play nice in front of the cop, like, oh, I don't want them to go to a shelter. And no, it was just like a misunderstanding. And like, she tried to hug it out, like, oh, I'm so sorry or whatever. And then the cop was like, I suggest that you still get a restraining order on him. And then when they left, she told me, she was like, yeah, you better get a restraining order on her own son to get a restraining order on him, because she went through the same thing as far as DV is concerned with the father, which that's no secret. Everybody already knows that. So when she said that, I was like, I don't want to do that. And so she was like, you better, because his dad used to come up to my job all the time, like while they were married, because they like had got a divorce, and then she moved on and was when I started dating her son, she was in another relationship and she was gonna move away, and then the father came back and like persuaded her some type of how, and then they were back together. Who knows? And he was still like abusing her, not physically. Oh yeah, both physically, emotionally, and mentally, same stuff. So like, me being at the mom's house definitely brought everything full circle to be like, yo, this is really me if I don't get out of this shit. So at first when she told me to get a restraining order on him, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she kept saying, you better. And then when she was telling me that I couldn't leave her house, and then she was like telling her other son, like not to let me use his car, because mind you, I'd have a car and I have nothing. And the brother was being nice and like letting me use the car to do errands and pick my daughter up from school. And then she was starting to get in his head to tell him not to let me use anything, to keep me in the house. So I was like, oh shit. So the last time I used his car, I went and I got a restraining order so that he couldn't come to her house. And then I stopped telling her stuff, because they had a private group chat and all types of shit, yo. Lots of things. The rabbit hole is deep. My daughter's just like laying, getting a tan. I love it. So yeah, then I had to escape again. So I like escaped his family in March of this year, right before my daughter's birthday. So also to answer your question, I am going to be suing both of these hospitals. The hospital here in my hometown, they're like delaying giving me my medical records for some strange reason. I already got the medical records from this place that I'm giving you guys updates about, Westboro. I already got all my medical records from there. And every single medical record all says reason for being admitted because husband concerned about this, husband concerned about that, every single thing. So I'm gonna be suing them because I don't have a husband, and I've never had a husband. I've never been married. And so everything I said, they didn't check into it. And so as soon as I get my medical records from the hospital right here in my hometown, I will be getting a lawyer, and I'll be suing the hospitals and him. The Homelander says, EBT nightmare. That's fucking hilarious. That's quite hilarious. I don't even have a response to that. Do is lying on your name hard. I experienced something like that by manipulating people, man. I'm so sorry that you went through that, yo. I didn't know how common this kind of stuff was. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how deep it goes. I didn't know how layered it was, and I didn't know how many women go through stuff like this at the hands of the men. And guess what? When I was locked up in the psych ward, yo, the doctor, what she would tell me that the psychiatrist would be like, a lot of women go through this, and like, you should want to do the therapy and go to the groups they could help you. And I was like, I didn't know that a lot of women go through this, but what about the women that go through it and they didn't survive? What about them? And it makes me think about like all those Lifetime movies and all those episodes, the Snaps and stuff. Now, I used to watch the Snapped very heavily when I was into watching TV, and I remember I stopped watching that show because I was like, what the hell would make a woman want to kill her husband? And I was like, I don't think I want to know the answers to that question, so I'm gonna stop watching this fucking show, yo. But now I know. Now I know. But I also think about like, you're a survivor like me, and I'm sorry that, there's a lot of people who live through manipulation and just like live on praying and siphoning people's energy. I didn't know how deep it was until going through this. So you're a survivor, and you should be proud of yourself. Chris Watts says, I kidnapped someone's child. What the fuck is you talking about? My child that I birthed? I birthed this child. And if you want to be technical, him and his mother kidnapped my child and was beating my kid, who is special needs, and starving my child, all types of shit. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I just had to run away from this man and his mother and his father and all his crazy ass fucking family members. The fuck are you talking about? This is my child. I birthed her, and I almost died birthing this kid that God gave me 4 years uninterrupted. I never missed the day of my child's life until her father kidnapped her and took her away from me on some stupid shit, listening to his fucking bald-headed ass mama. Yeah. And being a fucking mama's boy and trying to please his fucking miserable ass mother, who probably wants to date her own fucking son. Muhammad, which country? I don't know what that means, but hi. Jensen said, I hope that's how you say your name. That you're new here. Hi, welcome. Patricia, hi Patricia. Haley, I'm so sorry. It's all right, girl. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm a survivor. And let me tell you, my favorite thing to remind you of is that like nothing you suffer through and survive through goes wasted. It will all be used for the purpose that God has on your life. So don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Because, if it wasn't for my daughter, I would still be there suffering and begging and pleading and trying to love on this person who don't love themselves. Stay safe and far, far away from him. I'm trying. He's trying to threaten me this morning that, like, I am... that I have to answer to him and that I have to do what he tells me. I don't have to. I did it for 11 years. I'm good. Hi, Gunny. Have a good day. Thank you. Likewise. I'm enjoying the weather while I can. It's Sunday. I gotta get home soon and make dinner for me and my daughter. Hi, Robert. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Why will he do that? Freak him. Miss Iron Bear. I love your name. I don't know why he would do that. I don't know. I loved him. I really did with my whole heart. I thought he was gonna be my husband. I remember talking to him and like trying to, where are you going, boo? And I, at a point, like getting pressured to be like, yo, we've been together for 10 years. Like, when are we gonna get married? And I was like, I was trying to break it down to the most bare minimum. I was already accepting bare minimum. I was like, let's just elope. You know, want to do that. I was like, damn, I'll accept going down to the courthouse. It's $40. I'll accept that. He didn't want to do that. And I was just like, dag, like, what more do I need to do? Like, I've lost body parts. I've lost kids. I've built businesses for you. I'm down for you. I love you. I'm loyal. I kept submitting. I was just in the house like cooking and cleaning all day long and making lavish meals for him that he was like trying to program me like how his dad does his mom, like, oh, put it in the microwave, when he knows it's important to me to have family time and sit down and eat dinner. Like, there's a lot of shit, yo. I don't know why he would do that to me. I think like he was my brother's friend, or it still is my brother's friend. So him and my brother, they both, like, my brother has a grudge towards me of talking to his friend, and he has like some weird stuff that he's trying to get back at my brother. It's a lot of weird stuff. And then also trying to humble me, wanting to be my God when he's not God. Trying to humble me. Like, sometimes men try to humble women for whatever reason. And then also I'm learning about narcissists and narcissism. So like, that's just what they do. They prey on people that they think are I don't know what they think. Like, insecure. I've shared a lot of stuff with him. Like I said, I was friends with him for 10 years before we started dating. So I felt like I knew him for a long time, and I knew who he was. And I had a really good rapport with him. So we were really good friends. Like, maybe we should have just stayed friends and never like dated or started a family together or even started a business together. So only he would be able to answer that. And I've asked well over a year now, like, why did you do this to me? He won't give me an answer. So I don't know, but that's him. He sounds like a monster. Deborah. You know what? I don't know what happened. I really don't. I know that everything was good up until I had his daughter. I had his daughter, and then I met the real him. But prior to having a kid with him, like, I had such an amazing time with him. We traveled. We did a lot of stuff. He introduced me into a lot of new things. He was like my best friend, and we laughed together all the time. We had a good time. We came up with like all these business plans, and we took action. And I thought we were like this power couple. Everyone here in my hometown knows us and was rooting for us and like us to be successful and stuff. So I think that just he liked the idea of me, and he lusted over me. And also, I now know that he sees my potential and my drive and my work ethic. So he wanted to basically ride my back for us to reach whatever level of success and ideation he had in his head, money-wise. And when the businesses that we created together didn't reach whatever his money goal was, he was just done with me. I didn't know that at the time, but he had left me in business. And then that's what our relationship was down to. I was just like, now all of a sudden I'm just like a mom, and I keep trying to get back to business with you, and you don't want to do business. You're telling me to do it by myself, do everything by myself. Like, what was the point of being in this relationship? And I don't know. He's very money hungry. I don't know if I could say like he's a monster. I mean, I guess it probably sounds like, even all the stuff that I'm saying about him, I really think that he has like a lot of issues. And I tried to work on them with him for a long time, and he's just very much like he is who he is. So I don't know what to call him. I just don't want to call him, if that makes sense. Why is your name Die? Or why is it spelled like that? Hi. He's complaining like he didn't do it like you did it, but you didn't even do nothing. You were just relaxing. But until he's just yapping about every day and blaming you. Oh snap. Okay, I'm like, where'd my baby go? I don't know, yo. All I know is that every day I just try to submit to him more and more and more. And I try to love him more and more and more. And I try to do for him more and more and more. And honestly, the more that I did that, that's when I started entering this abuse. That's when I started getting hands put on me. And I was like, what's going on here? Now, I've watched every single woman in my family deal with abusive relationships and stay in them. And I always said, like, that would never be me. And so that's why after the second time that shit happened, I was just like, whoa, you just locked me up. And now I got out, and things are not getting better. They're getting worse. And the second time it happened, was like the first time was bad. The second time was worse. And I was like, oh no. And then you're doing this in front of my kid. Like, I'm not gonna allow my kid to see this. Like, no. Say happy birthday, Malaya. She's 71. Happy birthday. Happiest birthday, Malaya. Oh, that's a beautiful blessing. Happy birthday. Ty says, am I okay? Yes, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. I'm just, reflecting with you guys, and this is my therapy session to talk about it, answer any questions, pop my shit. So I'm totally fine. Like, the night I'm out inside in the sun makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? And even that, like, this man had me diagnosed with bipolar, but it's an unofficial diagnosis. So I don't have one or two. I don't have anything. But he wanted, hold on. Okay. He wanted to have me diagnosed with bipolar to, like, fit whatever narrative he was creating about me. And I want to say, I'm totally okay with having, being diagnosed with bipolar if that's what he wants. I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with the abuse that came with it afterwards. I'm not okay with the non-concern or the lack of consideration. I'm not, because what I understood is that I have always struggled with my emotions my entire life of being moody. I think a lot of people are moody. And I think that what makes me different from most people is that I don't take my emotions out on other people. If I'm feeling in a mood, I stay to myself. I'm already to myself. I'm very introverted. I'm extroverted when I'm around people who I have a rapport with and who I have a bond with. Other than that, I'm pretty much chilling to myself. And I don't really need to be around people to, like, act a certain way or be a certain way. And then as far as being triggered to stay in a state of high or low, it depends on people. And I'm usually around people that I'm trying to people please, that are taking advantage of me and putting me in situations where I have to ask them, why the fuck are you doing something like that to me? And they're denying what they're doing to me, which makes me go into a mode of either manic, where I gotta cuss you the fuck out, or puts me in a depression. And I'm not so this has brought a lot of stuff to the surface where I'm like, wow, I went through this cycle over and over and over again, especially with my family and now with this man. So now I'm realizing to, like, not put myself around people who don't benefit me and who are not good for my mood. So another thing with him is that I was learning that, like, I need to move. I need to move somewhere where I could be in the sun every single day, because the weather affects my mood. When it's nice outside, I want to get up, I want to get dressed, I want to be outside, I want to socialize. When it's cold and snowing, like, that shit affects my mood. I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be social. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to get dressed. So it's like all this stuff the doctors were trying to tell me, I already knew that about myself, and I already exposed this and told this about this man. So I don't know why he tried to, like, backfire and use it against me. Weird. Like, sometimes you'll be with men and you'll be in a relationship and you'll tell them vulnerable things about yourself, and then they will use it against you and then do it to you times 2, 3, 4, 5, however many times you let them. Fuck them, yo. I don't know. They're crazy. Rakash, what are you fucking talking about, bro? Forgot. I don't even know who you are, but you was doing good when you was commenting positive and stuff. I'm not mad about nothing. I'm reflecting. What the fuck don't you understand? Ty says, go to church and pray. I hope the best for you. I know, you know what? Like, right now where I'm staying at, there's this church that I've been trying to get to. And I went there one time when my daughter was making so much noise and doing so much stuff, and it's just like a small little spot that I had left because they kept, like, turning around looking at me. So, but I do want to get back there. Other than that, when I can't get to church, I listen to church. I listen to, I like Pastor Mike Jr. I like TD Jakes. I like a few different things. So I listen to those. I read my Bible, and I definitely pray. And I'll accept any prayers as long as they're positive and uplifting and inspiring and speaking life over me and my daughter. Nothing worse than not having your own space. Good for you moving. Dwayne, tell me about it. I'm still trying to, like, get myself together and get myself back on my feet, if I'm being honest. I have had like a crazy 2025. 2025 is the year of plot twist. And while I'm thanking God, I have to thank God for not taking me and my daughter to a shelter. Okay. Because that was what him and his mother wanted. They wanted me to go to a shelter, like really hit rock bottom and take everything away from me. They wanted to try to put my daughter in DCF. And God has like avoided all those things happening to me and my daughter, yo. And I want to thank God for reuniting me with back with my daughter, because that man interrupted the time that God gave me. How dare he do that? So I live for karma. Karma is going to spin the block for those people, and God is going to spin the block for me and my daughter. And so like right now I am staying with a friend still, that came and rescued me and my daughter in the middle of the night. And it's a good space for me and my daughter, because my daughter hasn't been around like any other kids. Like I was the last in my family to like have a kid, so there has like been no little kids around. And so my friend has a daughter, so my daughter has somebody else to play with, finally. And just like I see my daughter blossoming and doing a lot more things that have been delayed, that are just like speeding up with the speed of light now, since being out of those environments. So this year is the year of plot twist for me, and it's the year of showing me that how important environments are, and people and energy and, you know, perspective, man. So thank you. But I do agree with you. So I cannot wait to like officially get my own place and own space for my daughter. I want to make her a nice big sensory room. I have like a lot of goals that I'm still working on, but 2025, God has me being still. He has me being patient. And he has me just being in a space of stillness, because I am headed to my path of peace. Thank you, Rashik. I hope I'm saying your name right. God bless you as well. You talk too much. Do you think this is your live stream? See what I'm talking about? It is my fucking live stream. What the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here, bro. Oh, the devil, yo. Sometimes I be... Okay, anyways. Focus. Wait, you got a restraining order on a little girl called Baby T. I needed that. That's funny. Ally, you're hilarious. Hi, Mason. Welcome. Thank you. Likewise. Why don't they like you? Because I'm a fucking magician. I don't know. All I did was love these people. Everything is on my Facebook and my Instagram if you ever want to go look it up. All I did was give them praise. All I did was like be so thankful. I was saying like, yo, I had the lottery. I love this family. Like I was calling them my in-laws. One thing that this year taught me is that like I put people on a pedestal that don't belong there, and I give them credit that they didn't earn. And so when I reflect upon stuff, especially the whole shelter thing, I remember that she was saying, you could go to a shelter. My granddaughter's not going to one. So it's like, wherever my daughter goes, I'm going to go. So what the fuck are you talking about? And then it made me realize that I've been around these people, and I've been calling this man my husband, right? I was calling him my husband. I gave him that title. He didn't earn it. And then I was calling his mother and father my in-laws, and his brother my in-laws. They never referred to me. When they would introduce me to people, they would never be like, this is my daughter-in-law, or this is my sister-in-law. And he would never introduce me as like, this is my wife. He'd be like, this is my old lady, or this is my business partner. And that never really hit home until like this year, when I like had to escape from them. And then also this time last year when I was locked up and I had all this downtime to just like think. I was just like, wow, India, like you played yourself. So honestly, I don't know. I didn't do nothing to his mom. I don't think his mom likes women. She's very like, they were in the military, so she's very like sergeant, and very like only likes boys. Even when I had a daughter, they were just like, this is not, we not sure if this is his kid, because our family doesn't make no girls. What type of shit is that to say? When first of all, his mom is one of 13 and 10 of them are girls. the fuck are you talking about? So I don't know. I could come up with 101 theories I've already done, and I can't figure out why people don't like me any longer. I have to just go around people who like me and who like my vibe, who like my energy, who like my voice, who like my presence, who like my aura, who like my energy. And because I've spent too much of my life trying to figure out why people don't like me or don't like my voice or think my voice is annoying or think I'm stuck up or think whatever the fuck they think that they're projecting on me, which is really has to do more about them than me. I can no longer invest any more of that energy because that shit took me to a fucking psych ward. So I don't know, fuck them. Only rock with your tribe, man. Only rock with people who like you. Life is about taking chances and making moves. It's not about what you did, it's about what you do. Build on what you got and learn from what you lose. And never let anyone distract you from being you. Come on, Marty McFly. I like your name too. I gotta get my daughter's blanket off the ground before somebody like snatches it up. Oh. But yeah, Marty McFly, I like your name, and thank you for that comment. I agree 100,000%. Get a job? Hell no. Why the hell would I get a job when I taught myself business skills? I haven't punched nobody's clock since 2019, and I ain't punching nobody's clock never again. I know how to make money for myself. That's not my issue right now. And I'm making money. My sauce still, I get sales on my website every day with my sauce. So I don't know why you're telling me to get a job. You get a job, bro. Oh gosh. My love, no thank you. Oh my gosh. My love, this is not yours. Thank you. That's not yours, my love. We're gonna stay for like 10 more minutes and then we gotta go. Monica says, I wish you the best. Thank you. Deborah. Yeah, something like that. Tyler Perry sitcom. It's my real life. Not no sitcom or a movie, but my life is a movie. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. Tell me about it. Oh, tell me about it. I am your friend. Oh, thank you, Haley. Likewise. Up there in the sky if I were the man, but down here I'm amigo. What does that mean? Hey, chat. Welcome. Hey, Haley, and thanks for your comment. Oh, thank you, Gray Wolf. Now, this is funny. I like your name. When I was pregnant, I didn't find out what I was going to have. I was certain and sure that I was going to have a girl because I told God, I said, I want a girl because I want to break that stigma and the stereotype of Black women not having a positive relationship with their daughters. And I yearn to have a good relationship with my mom or an ideal relationship that I don't have. So I was like, I want a little girl so that I could bond with and build the ideal relationship and break that stereotype. So I was like, I'm having a girl. And I only came up with girl names. And I had let him, I'm like, if we have a boy, then you could name the boy. And I said, he wanted to name, if we had a boy, he wanted to name him Gray. And at the time I was like, what the fuck? Why would you name your kid a color, bro? But I've met so many Grays since then, so I like your name. And thank you for the comment. My child. Okay, I thought she was going on a swing. So I like your name and thank you. Where's your daughter at? She's right here in front of me. We're at the park. A. Gonzalez. J. Cruz, you're back. Welcome back, friend. I feel bad for you and your daughter. Don't feel bad for us. God got us. God's been watching over us. God's been blessing us. God's been providing for us. And we're good. Don't feel bad for us. We survived it. Remember, nothing you suffer through and survive through goes wasted. It will all be used for your purpose that God put you here for. A. Gonzalez, get the fuck off my life. He sounds lame as fuck. Boring. Tell me about it. Also, hi, Haroon. I think that's how you say your name, I hope. Hi, welcome. Hi, D. English, fantastic. Jason, thank you so much. Glory to God in your life as well, friend. Glory to God all day, every day. That's when I watch my daughter. She's doing the most. Skibby, I have no reason to lie about my life. This is my life and my story. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you don't want to hear what I'm talking about, nobody asked you to join. I don't lie. That's one thing I don't lie. And that's one thing I don't do is lie. I have no reason to. When you tell one lie, you got to tell a million more. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. Lilith. Lilith. Denise, hi. Thank you for joining. TX Justin, not responding. Hi, Maz. What up, boy? Says hi, hi. Sesame's, okay. Goodbye, Kylie. How are you? I'm Mike from Texas. Hi, Mike. How are you? From Texas. What part of Texas? I've never been to Texas, but I keep getting signs about maybe I should move there. Hi, Bablo. Not commenting to you, Cody. Hi, and don't let people put you down. Be yourself. Only let people in who are good to you. You goddamn right. I agree with you 100%. So yeah, this live went all over the place today. But it's all relevant. I love when you guys engage with me and ask questions because it takes me to still very relevant points that I can make. So a lot of this stuff still ties into this year. I've been officially free and away from these crazies since March, right before my daughter's birthday, which is very interesting because last year at her birthday party, I was so miserable. I've done every birthday with them for the past 4 years, and it was last year was the icing on the cake. I was like, yo, when they all left, I remember I told him, I was like, this is my last year doing a birthday party with your family, yo. I can't do it no more. And wow, if I couldn't make up the shit that happened to me this year. And so this year, I spent my daughter's birthday party with my friend and her daughter. And I laughed. I was like, yo, just last year I said that last year was my last year doing a birthday party with them. And look at this year. Look at how fast God's working in my life, yo. The show is so funny to me. So this live tied in a lot of stuff that happened to me this year at the beginning of the year to tie back to this day. But like I said, it's still all really relevant and very fresh. So atta girl, keep it up. Thank you, J-Man. Yeah, I feel nice, man. I feel good. I'm not worried about materialistic things. Like I said, God removes and God replaces. So Smart says, why am I so hot? I don't know. I'm glad that you think I'm hot. Hi, Mason. Thanks for joining. So yeah, there wasn't much to share about today's journey of this day last year being locked up in that behavioral hospital, aka psych fucking ward. There wasn't much to share because it was the weekend. But that was it. I just talked to his aunt and she told me some stuff that sounded good, and then I found out the truth. And that was pretty much it. So until tomorrow, Dago, I love that you guys tuned in with me. I was on the live today for over an hour again today. I like engagement, good or bad, but I'm really working on just responding to the positive and not the negative. So thanks for holding it down with me and working with me through my patience of not responding to people and their negative comments, yo. Because energy is powerful. Energy can't be, it can only be transferred. It can't be destroyed, you know? So I try to focus. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Damn, I'm getting thirsty out here. Anywho, that was today's. If you guys don't have any more questions, and like I said, sexual and negative comments I'm not responding to. So you can let yourself out the same way you let yourself in. What are you talking about, peanut butter 1986? You're talking about my kneecaps? What are you talking about? You never see my kneecaps. What are you talking about? As a matter of fact, my kneecaps, both of them have 2 big scars on them because when I was 11, I was hit by a car. And the skin on my kneecaps got scraped off from the tires. So I have 2 big scars. Plus, I was an outside kid, a quote-unquote tomboy, so I used to climb trees and all types of shit. But okay, thanks. Eric, I haven't seen you in a few days, friend. I was just about to get off. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Beautiful, flawless hands. You're hilarious. You crack me up. I love you guys. Damn, you had a rough life. If you only know. That's why I know that the rest of my life is truly about to be the best of my life, yo. Because the first half of my life, if I sat here, I don't have enough hours in the day to sit here and tell you things that I have suffered through. But yes, I have had a rough life. I've had a rough life and a long life, and there's a lot of things that was supposed to take me out. There was a lot of things that I shouldn't have survived through. There's a lot of people that I called my friend that I learned the hard way of being set up and like being shot at and all types of stuff that I probably shouldn't be able to stand here and talk to you about. That's why I know this experience with this man was literally, there's nothing else that could happen to me. There's nobody that could pull the wool over my eyes. There's nothing. I have experienced everything negative. Everything. So nobody would ever be able to like put me in a situation like this again, or harm me, or manipulate me, or do anything to me that I will be able to identify it immediately. So I know the next half of my life is going to be just amazing. That's why I keep saying I'm going to laugh for the rest of my life, because God is about to bless me and ascend me to my paraclete. And me and my daughter are going to be living good. And I'm always taking notes, and I'm keeping a lifeline list, and I'm keeping a list of just like positive people and positive interactions. So you never know. You could be on here and I could be blessing you one day. When God blesses me the way that God showed me He's going to bless me this time last year. But I'm thankful for all my struggles and all my obstacles and all my hurdles. And I'm glad they all happened to me at the first half of my life. The second half of my life is going to be a breeze. And I'm already living time freedom. I've had time freedom for the past 5 years. To just wake up whenever I want, do whatever I want, spend my day with my daughter, never miss a milestone, So no matter what I've been going through, there's always something to be grateful about. YOLO, you right about that, J-Man. Hi, Mani. I subscribed because you're cool. Thank you, Peanut Butter. Peanut Butter 86. Were you born in 86? I was born in 85. So you're my 80s baby friend. Sonic, why are you here? I purposely make my video not for kids, but thank you for being here. I'm gonna watch the Padres game on TV. Okay, Eric, I don't know what you're referring to, but enjoy whatever you're gonna watch. Jamin said, well said. Thank you. Yeah, I am just in my season of stillness and waiting for the many things God has planned for the rest of my life. The rest of my life is going to be the best of my life, and a lot of people are going to wish that they treated me better, especially a lot of people in my family, because this thing happening was so ironic, because this man knows all of my family too. And I learned just how much my family dislikes me, and how much that they would love to see me be harmed, and how little they think of me. I really learned going through this experience. Like, if this happened with another man, I don't think it would have hit as powerful. But this man knowing my whole family, and us having a whole 10-year history before dating, and this going through this, and like me really understanding how everybody is preying on my downfall, and people that I love wholeheartedly dealing with my hurt. I'm like, wow. So last year, I wasn't able to share like this, how I am reflecting, because when I was like crying out for my life, I was crashing out. So it's good to be able to reflect and share this and be able to laugh and joke now. But I'm going to be blessing a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to be mad that it's not them, just on priority or who they are in my life. Thank you, Sonic. Metalcore Venom, suck a dick. Your eye says it all. Oh yeah, what does my eye say? The eyes are the windows to the soul, and damn. The sun is on this. Let me see. You don't even have a real profile picture, so suck a dick. You have a profile picture of yourself talking about somebody else. You're afraid to even show your real face, and you don't even have a real name. Hey, I'm from India. Farhan, welcome. My name is India. Thank you. There's always demons that's coming on here talking about demons. You know what I learned about demons is that they come and they try to like siphon positive energy and try to turn you into a demon because they're a demon. So they go around searching for other people to try to like turn them into like who they are. And I said I wasn't gonna tap into this shit, yo. This shit is crazy. Hi, can I have a shout out, please? Of course you can, Aaliyah. And your name is Aaliyah. Of course. Welcome, Aaliyah. You're awesome. Misery loves company. Say it again, peanut butter. And they don't be having no company, and nobody wants to even be in their company. So they just go around and like spread their misery. And what I had to tell that Negro is that misery loves company, and motherfucker, my name is not Kathy Bates. So I don't know, but sometimes I would just be wanting to cuss a motherfucker out, yo, and they be winning. So I do apologize. Why are you here? Get the fuck off my page, yo. I gotta get on my laptop so I could like block you people that are just miserable, soulless fucks looking to get a hard on from misery. Anywho, that goes 404. So I gotta go. I gotta figure out what to have for dinner. I hope that you guys have something delicious to eat today. And stay hydrated, right? You gotta stay hydrated. Peace and love always. Stay hydrated because you never know. Somebody might try to lock you up and say the reason they locked you up is because you're dehydrated. So many reasons. Even that with the doctor, I said, don't you think it's ironic that the reasonings as to why I'm here keeps changing? 1 minute it's because I'm dehydrated. The next minute is because I had a nervous breakdown. The next minute is because I had a mental breakdown. The next minute is because I sound like a motivational speaker, which had to be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. So anyways, thank you, peanut butter. Thank you, Jamin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate and love those who love me. And yeah, I gotta go. I hope that you guys have a good day. Get outside, get some fresh air, get the sunshine, get some vitamin D. And before I go, my messages are always the same. Don't let anybody put a label on you, because those who try to label you don't want you to see your star power and don't want you to level up and reach the level that you're supposed to reach. Don't let anybody put you in a box, because those who try to put you in a box can't get out of theirs. And as always, don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. Don't forget that you were born to live and not just exist. And that if you tap into yourself and out of the world less, you will be able to save yourself by participating in your own rescue and live the life that God wanted you to live and fulfill the purpose that you were born to fulfill. So with all that being said, I wish you guys the best.